Alrighty, we're looking at Silberra 25 that was shot at 25 ISO and developed in HC110 dilution B for 5 minutes. So this film emulsion has a blue tint to it, and something important to notice is that they use these fancy little reusable film canisters that I absolutely hate because the ends of them can tend to come off in your pocket or if you're not paying attention. So when I shot this roll of film, the end came off and I loaded it into the camera, but it seems like I didn't really have too much of a problem with the light leak. So, but anyhow, it's something you should be aware of when using these film canisters. Other than that, it's black and white film, 36 exposures, and they say they've limited it to about 400 rolls. So why don't we take a look at the negatives now? So overall, I was pretty pleased that even though the end of the film canister came off in my pocket, I only lost maybe a third of the roll, or not as many frames were rendered useless as I would have expected. At least half the roll came out fairly well, and looking at this film stock, the first thing I noticed was that it's got post-fixed a bit of a blue tint to it. And the other thing is there's no writing along the perforations, so I'm not sure if this is just rebranded film stock or Kodak or something that Silberra is using, or what they're doing with it. And another thing I noticed is that it's also got a very clear base to it, which is also very characteristic of high contrast films. And that's also probably amplified by using developers such as HC110, which is also known for higher contrast films. Other than that, the manufacturer also recommends using it for infrared photography if that's your game, and they suggest trying it at a wavelength shorter of 725 nanometers if you have a filter in your arsenal to play around with this. Other than that, since I never shot this film before, I decided to take it for a walk. Just a little bit of commentary here. I noticed a lot of the blacks and the dark end didn't seem to recover as well as some people might like, but if you do like that contrasty kind of look, for me, I don't mind it at all. It's a characteristic that gives this film a bit of personality. Not a good or bad, it's just some characteristics of the film that you may or may not appreciate. I also shot this film without the use of any filters. While it is a lower ISO film, rating it at 25, you might be able to push it one stop, but with how much contrast there is, I'm not sure why you'd want to right now. I don't mind the lower ISO films. They're fairly easy to shoot handheld, and I didn't have any problems with it. This one's a little blurry though. even if it's not fully in focus or if there's some motion blur. To me, that's okay. That kind of adds to a picture or a frame. Anyhow, you can see some of the light bleeding through when the cap came off. But other than that, thanks for checking me out. Keep shooting and have a great time.